Composing email messages in Microsoft Outlook is easier and much faster than mailing a letter. There are several ways to begin a message, and once it's open, the message window provides all the tools you need to address and write email messages. Then, with a simple click of a button, the message is on its way to the person you're sending it to. What's even better is that you can send the same message to multiple people at one time. All you have to do in Outlook is separate each recipient by a semicolon. Or you might want to use the CC text box to send a copy of the message to people who don't necessarily need to respond or that you just want to keep informed. Furthermore, if you want to copy someone on a message but don't want the primary recipient to see the other recipient's email address, you can use the BCC text box. BCC stands for Blind Carbon Copy, and no other recipients will see the recipients listed in the BCC text box. You'll be meeting with a potential employee, so you will send an email to your office manager making her aware of it. You'll copy the potential employee on the message so your office manager can direct any questions to her, and you'll send a blind copy to your supervisor for record-keeping purposes. To begin our new email message, we're going to use the New Email button on the Home tab since that's quick and easy. Here we have a new message window in which we can specify who we want the email to go to, the subject, and the actual message. Let's first specify our primary recipient, our office manager. Since the insertion point is already in the To text box, all we have to do is enter her email address. Now that the email address is entered in the To text box, our office manager will be the primary recipient of our message. Now let's enter our potential employee's name in the CC text box. This way, she will be aware of the information within the message, and our office manager will be able to see her email address. Every message should include a subject to let our recipients know what the message is about when they receive it. Let's move to the next text box to enter our subject. Let's go ahead and add the subject of our message. Everyone who receives this message will know at a glance that the message is about a meeting we're going to have with a prospective employee. Let's move to the main message area so we can begin composing our message. The majority of any message should relate to the subject. When you click Next, we'll enter the message for you. There's our message. Although it's not required, it's customary to sign any messages, so let's do that now. First, we'll add a few blank lines before we enter our name. Here's a good place for our name. We're on a first-name basis with Maria, so we can just enter our first name. However, keep in mind that in more formal messages or messages you send to those you're not familiar with, you should use your full name. We're not quite finished. Remember, we want to send a blind copy of this message to our supervisor. As we can see, there is no BCC text box for us to enter the name. A button on the ribbon can help us out, though. Let's move to the Options tab. Clicking the BCC button in the Show Fields group will reveal a text box in our message window where we can enter our supervisor's name. Now, do you see the BCC text box above the subject? Let's move there and enter our supervisor's email address. Again, because our supervisor's email address is listed in the BCC text box, she will now receive a blind carbon copy of this message, and no other recipients will see her email or know that she has been sent this message. It looks like our message is complete, so let's send it. Maria should be receiving our message, and she'll see that the employee was copied on it. Neither Maria nor our prospective employee, however, will know that our supervisor has the message too. Remember, there are other ways of creating new messages besides using the New Email button, such as keyboard shortcuts or using a command from the menu bar. You'll find which method works best for you as you become more familiar with Outlook.